I will share my screen to cover the different topic of the agenda of today. So, first of all, a quick roundtable. So, around the table, we've got from the board member of the TSC, we've got Telecom Italia, Orange, Dutch Telecom not yet, Telefonica, hello, Luis, Vodafone, I don't think so for the moment. Greta, are you here? Not yet. Ericsson, any participants?
Yes.
Ericsson, Nokia as well, Uni. Okay, and we've got also many other partners. So Canonical, Equinix, Linux Foundation, and we come back, Huawei, and I think, and UbiCube. Did I miss someone? Okay.
Yeah, this is Amit from UbiCube.
Yeah. So I mentioned also UbiCube. Yeah. So we've got the quorum of 2/3 of the board. So if we need some decision and voting process, it's okay. Remind that we've got the Linux Foundation policies. So you've got the link, and to ensure the way we are collaborating together. And next TSC.
So I think that there is nothing.
Okay. And the next TSC will be the 25th of October. Giuseppe will animate this one. And for the introduction for the newcomers, you've got some relevant link, including our new website, and of course the technical charter, where we're specifying the governance of our community. And let me go to the general news. The first one is welcome, Naomi. So please introduce your role within this community.
I sure can. Hello, everyone. My name is Naomi Washington, and I am a program manager here at the Linux Foundation. And I have just been put on the Sylva Fund to be the PM. So I look forward to working with you all.
You are welcome. So Joe Wong, you asked us to have a mailing list and so on. So Naomi starts this activity recently. So you'll have
correct. And I can speak a little more on that as well. Part of my role is to make sure that communications and collaboration is a little more easy. So with that being said, I spoke with the co-chairs, the TSC last week, and we decided to make a couple mailing lists to basically start connecting the community a little easier. And yesterday I created a TSC private mailing list, and then I also created a TSC public. I have only added the 2 co-chairs to those mailing lists, but I am happy to drop those links, and then I will manually add all of the companies that are involved on the TSC board to the private one. So you'll see those communications coming along shortly. And then in addition to, it's my understanding that you all have quite a few work groups. I'm happy to set mailing lists up for each one of those work groups, but I just wanted us to have that conversation prior to, just to see if the need is actually there. It can also be something that's done in the future as well if we ever find that we need mailing lists for individual working groups or special interest groups. So.
Okay, so
you have a list of services that the Linux Foundation can provide, because we are talking about mailing lists, but we may need other tools such as Etherpad.
So basically my role for you all is to make sure you have the operational needs that require you to work better, right? Like more collaboration, etc. So that includes management of mailing lists. It includes management of the governing board. I'm not sure if anyone on this call outside of the co-chairs would be on the governing board, but managing that as well, helping out. Say, for example, you have an issue in Slack where you need somebody else to kind of help on the ops side of things, you would just ping me for that. So it's on an ad hoc basis. Basically, let me know if there's a need, and then I can definitely jump in and help. Manage of the website, etc. It's different things that go into the fund. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Any other question to Naomi? No. So we are also, as mentioned by Naomi, preparing the launch of a directed fund governance. And so it's a good timing. So Naomi joined us to organize this launch. So that's it on the general news, and I will let the floor to Matthew to have a deep dive on the work group 1 concerning cloud stack development. Matthew.
Okay, thank you, Guillaume. So today I updated the roadmap, especially for and regarding the elements that are going to land into the v0.3 of Sylva. So we better know now what is mature to be part of this version. It's going really to be about managing some full bare metal deployment. Part of the job has been done in v0.2, but it was more focusing on hybrid scenario. Here we are talking about also deploying the management cluster on bare metal. There is a work in progress about managing the life cycle of workload clusters separately from managing the life cycle of the management cluster. So this is important because it will allows us first to manage multiple workload clusters, and secondly, it will allow us to manage them the GitOps way more easily. We've been starting also to set up a CI, especially for bare metal testing based on some emulation. And this CI is going to get hosted by Equinix, thanks to the support of Equinix to our project. So we also managed to work on some hardening recipes for Ubuntu images in order for those OS images to be compliant in terms of CIS benchmarks, to have good score added. This v0.3 will also be about providing some tech preview features. One is about KubeVirt. We talked about it already in the TSC meetings. A second one is about adopting or having the components for shipping a new vector as a security tool. And we keep exploring the potential switch to Cilium, but it won't be part of this version, and we need to decide whether we switch for the GA from Calico to Cilium. And we also like to have in this version, there are ongoing discussion about that, but in this version, we'd like to have at least a first version of role management, at least something to give, in addition to the admin role of all the Sylva clusters, a role for an admin role for the workload clusters. This is under discussion. So that's it for the roadmap. So the next step for after this version is really about working on the V1 of Sylva. So it will really be about setting up some CIs, testing the ability for us to upgrade the clusters, the GitOps way, and testing all the workflows that we are defining within Sylva. Okay. And so the work concerning also the support of RAN use cases, including real-time OSs, PTP, and potential move to immutable OSs this is going to be worked on for post V1.
One
Any
question,
question
Mate.
related to
Yeah, I have one question, Mate. The support for SRIOV in OpenStack, is this considered part of the roadmap or to be considered in the next version? Or is it from 0.2 that should be incorporated because 0.2 only had SRIOV on bare metal?
Yeah, sure. Today we don't put it in the roadmap. We have a lot to do to secure this V1. It's not part of it, but yeah, we can talk about it if you really need that. Maybe we can work together on this specific feature.
Okay. Yeah, I think we should have that one.
When we can target this together in the 1.1, for example, seems realistic.
Well, I think it should be in the next one, so as soon as possible. Because if not, we can only use the bare metal solution for the bare metal flavor for many of the network functions.
But did you decide whether you are going to build a new validation center based on bare metal or on OpenStack? The second one.
Well, regardless of that, we will always have one for OpenStack as well. So a network function that needs SRIOV, if we want to pass it through a bare metal one and an OpenStack one, requires SRIOV there. We can install it manually, but then it's not a Sylva good. It's not a good use of Sylva.
It's not the target.
Yeah,
It's a matter of
what
timing.
we see is really, at least for the CNF that needs SRIOV, it comes usually with the need for a workload cluster on bare metal. So
Not
this is why
always. No, not always. It is not always bare metal.
Yeah, we can discuss about that. Yeah, sure.
Okay. I take the point. And François, you have a comment?
Yeah, as you know, we are attending since weeks or months Workgroup 1 meetings, and I'm pleased now to be on the first TSC. I think my first TSC, we heard about a lot of needs or of things you want to, I feel Sylva wants to explore. The first one is deployment on bare metal. As you know, Canonical did a product which is mass, already used in Orange and other telco, and you would like to see how we can offer you help on this deployment on bare metal with mass. Is it still a subject you want to explore, and how we can engage on this one?
Okay, so on this topic, following previous decision, we have the technical orientation to use MetalQ and Ironic to manage the bare metal topics. Now we have to evaluate on the Workgroup 1 the benefits of such implementation following what we've already decided. So we are really we want to have a factual decision based on what are the benefits. So if you have some analysis on what we are providing today with Cluster API that can manage bare metal implementation, we can evaluate this part in the Workgroup 1. So we've got an agenda for the next sessions. So it just Matthew can give you a ticket, so you can present what can be the benefits integrating that kind of solution around the Cluster API implementation.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we will be more than happy to do a presentation. I'm not sure we can do a feature by feature comparison, but at least to present our capabilities, features, and so on.
Yeah,
Not
sure.
only a product description, to be very clear, you have to explain how we can benefit on the actual framework of management, so through Cluster API, which is the core component of the stack.
Yeah, I
We
guess
are not evaluating mass in general.
in that case, I guess we need to have some session to prepare it with some of you.
Yeah, and you have to understand the stack also.
Yep.
The code is public, and we have some session of explanation. So don't hesitate to ask support. Yes.
Okay,
Lots
I
of
guess
questions. Sardar, additional comment?
Yeah, I just wanted to add on to Francois' comment there as well. So like it would be really cool, obviously, for us to introduce you guys to how we can contribute to the project. The software that that Francois mentioned, MAS is quite widely deployed by operators today. It's the bare metal automation tool, and there is support for Cluster API already in deployment environments. And also same API support for like Kubernetes with latest upstream version of 128. Also, we could make a presentation around our Kubernetes contribution that the project can benefit from. So there's a lot of items on this list actually where we think Sylva can add on to its infrastructure components as different versions, different types, so that the community and the ecosystem can say that, hey, Sylva has open source projects and has in its platform a verification environment where different parts of open source projects that are widely used by the telecom industry today are integrated fully. So that would be, I think, a great offering for the project overall. So we'll be very happy to introduce you guys to the system in the coming weeks.
Yes, I think managing a slot during technical discussion. We have weekly meetings for the workgroup 1, where we are having some presentation about the specific topics. So this is one topic we can discuss during this meeting. Definitely, we can accommodate a slot for that, depending on your availabilities, of course.
To be straightforward, we would like to present you 3 subjects. One is mass. We already talked. The second one, Sardar start to explain, is how we offer the ability to consume some real and full open source project. Kubernetes is one, and we would like also to present how we are offering the ability to use community project, real community project in production. And the third subject is about Ubuntu Pro, which allow you to patch, to get CVE fix, to also use. I heard about CIS hardening. It's part of the product. Real-time kernel is another subject, part of Ubuntu Pro, and we would like to have a broader view on all this capability, and then with your help, Sylva, we can pick and choose what matters for you.
Okay, yeah. Definitely, real-time OS and so and security hardening are part of our project, so it can be valuable that you can share those elements. Okay, thanks, Francois, for this proposal, and we let the workgroup 1 investigate those different opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you. I will reach Mathieu to prepare it. Sure. Thank you so much.
Okay. Matthew, have you got any other topic you want to share before giving the floor to a little demo?
Yeah, just come back to the wiki page.
Yeah.
So what I wanted also to mention is that so we talked about Cilium advanced features during weekly meetings, and we also explained the GitOps workflows that we'd like to adopt for GA of Sylva. So this is an important step for Sylva being able to adopt such workflows. So we have good progress about setting up a CI at Equinix with emulated bare metal, but I think we'll talk about that later. And I already mentioned the recipes we've been working on for Ubuntu 22.04 for hardening the OS image. And that's it for me. There is a bullet about HPE OpenBMC point of view. I didn't put this bullet, but maybe
yeah,
you
it
did.
was. Yeah, I can give a context. It was a proposal last week about last session. Sorry, about HPE. I don't know if there are any HPE participants here. It was just a follow-up because they proposed, like François has done before, they proposed this topic, but we have not received yet the presentation, so as we can share it during the workgroup one. So it was just a follow-up.
Yeah. And I think also that Equinix is interested in working within Sylva based on their cluster API provider. I don't know if Ahmed is on the call today.
We've got many participants from Equinix around the bridge.
So I confirm that. Thanks, Matthew. So this is what we already started exploring our session beyond what our contribution to our group one is to explore the possibility of being, let's say, infrastructure provider for Sylva, in addition to what you already have with the OpenStack and other bare metal. So this is ongoing work with the assessment of cluster API and Metal Cube, etc. All those details. We are, let's say, asking some support, some clarification from time to time to Matthew's team, but so we'll get back to you in the coming weeks on these updates.
Okay, so Equinix is extending its contribution to Sylva because previously you were giving us some credits to use Equinix infrastructure, so now you are contributing also on the code. So
yeah, we have, let's say, so already shared with Matthew. So how we are exposing or managing via cluster API our method, but now we have to align with the let's say the management of Sylva using Metal Cube and getting into details and how we can access all the resources leveraging the cluster API. This is the qualification we are going through in these with our product team in these days. Yeah. But we are interested so to be or to become an infrastructure provider for Sylva. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ahmed. Any question on the work group one to Matthew before having a little demo? It's okay, Matthew. Any additional comment on your side?
Okay for me.
Okay.
I have just one question. This is Ahmed on the for Luis or for work group 2. You refer to a new platform for the work group 2 in addition to the OpenStack 1 you have already.
And Ahmed, we will switch to work group 2 just after.
Okay. Thank you.
I parked your question. You're welcome.
Okay.
So Médéric, next to me, is going to present you initial work on Equinix integration.
So I have 5 minutes to expose you what's the ongoing work for on CI. The idea was to test the bare metal emulation on CI. Currently, we don't have any CI testing for all the bare metal stuff, and it's quite painful. So it's really important for us to be able to automatically to automate all testing on bare metal. We recently have the bare metal emulation tools who make us able to test everything without real bare metal servers, but we didn't have enough powerful CI environments to run it. That's why we are decided to use Equinix server metal environments, which provide powerful servers as a service. Now we have, I hope soon in the main branch for all developers, the ability to have a new deployment. We test the MetalCube API provider, and the specificity of this deployment is it's used. In fact, it's create a runner, a GitLab runner in Equinix servers deploy on demand, and a little bit example. There is not really yet, but in fact, this evolution made the ability to create on-demand environment to test bare metal emulation. We decided to use in such way the Equinix API. To create the server when it's needed, and not to have indefinitely running servers, in order to be more flexible and to avoid a security issue, as we don't have to manage running servers and to update it or administrate it. We delete all resources after use, so it's really more simple. The biggest challenge is to able to provide the Sylva developers the ability to create servers without sharing all the credentials, to keep the credentials secret and only for Sylva maintainers. Yes, I hope it will be. Yeah, we have a new server which is creating, and in this when this server will be ready, the test will be run on it, and then the server will be delayed just after it will be not usable. Useful. Any question? It's okay.
A question on the table. So we see clearly the value for CI testing, the way to provision and to delete dynamically environment based on as a service solution.
It takes about 5 minutes, so sometimes less. We have a working runner.
Yeah, this is the first step, definitely, and a really important step for us to be able to set up the CI for testing bare metal, but we may expand our usage of Equinix resources beyond the bare metal emulation topic. We'll see how it goes, what is the amount of resources it consumes. and then get back to you at Equinix if we need more resources, of course.
Okay. Thank you. So I take back the control and I will give the floor to Luis and the work group 2.
Okay. Okay, so work group 2. In work group 2, the progress is that well, we keep validating 2 network functions, one in the Orange environment, the platform, and another in the Telefonica platform. Okay, so in both cases, the network functions are deployed and we are running the functional tests. So, well, nearly in the last part of the progress in both of them. And as we commented 2 weeks ago, we are deploying a new validation platform in Telefonica, specific with all of it with Dell hardware. This is what we have done since the last 2 weeks, just keep progressing and completing the deployments. And what we will be doing in the next 2 weeks is complete a functional test for both network functions, complete the deployment of the new validation platform. This probably will take us more than 2 weeks. And because it's a complete deployment of hardware and even the electricity required. And we will then, when we complete the 2 network functions that we are validating, we will start the last one in the backlog, which is the Ericsson signaling controller. And one question I have here is that in the last meeting, we understood that HPE was going to propose some two additional network functions to be part of the backlog, but it has not been requested in using the template, the issue number 1 in Validation Center. There's a link there, so well, we invite them to do it. Okay, so progress, just continue the validation for what we have in the backlog and trying to build the new platform. That's all, nothing to share, no demos to do, and no decisions to be taken today.
Okay, but is there any question to Luis or additional comments?
Ahmed had one, no, before.
Yeah. So Luis, you referred to this second platform for validation on bare metal. Can you just share what is your needs here, or what is planned in work group 2?
Yeah, we are not clear it will be for bare metal. We may do it as OpenStack. We have to decide. But we have first of all to arrange all the hardware and prepare it to be ready to build a Sylva version 2 or 3, because if by the end of October we have version 3, we may have version 3 there. And then we will decide. Maybe it will not be bare metal because the bare metal from Orange is very effective. So we may have that one as the bare metal one. Okay, but there's no need right now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Other questions?
Just something to mention, and we may improve Validation Center thanks to the support of multiple workload clusters.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, because then we can validate. Because I feel like the important part is to validate that the CNF is able to run on a supported workload cluster, but then we can manage multiple workload clusters with a single management cluster. It can be an optimization of the validation center. We think we may go this way for the validation center we are hosting at Orange.
Yeah, that will be a very good feature, I think, because we can have more in parallel. One thing though, is there anyone from HPE? So I need the contact from the HPE who proposed last week so we can contact him directly.
I give you in the chat, Luis.
Okay, thank you. So I can contact directly in order to help to create the request.
Yes, François.
Yeah, a question to Luis. I think you met with my colleagues last week, Ivan and Mikel. Just a question. You spoke about OpenStack. Which OpenStack are you using? And I'm wondering too if there is a room where Canonical can help.
Okay, the OpenStack we are using is the open source OpenStack. So nothing special. Actually, Guillermo, are you in the call?
The vanilla one.
Yes, as far as I know, but I will reply to you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yes, currently we have an OpenStack in, we can tell a little bit older version is an OpenStack train, and indeed is from Canonical. If I'm not wrong, right now it was installed in the past using with the installer of Canonical. But
Okay,
currently
cool.
we will if we decide to install a new OpenStack in the new Dell servers, in the new Sylva Validation Center stack, it will be a newer one, of course. And
okay,
will be installed. Maybe we are thinking, it's not completely decided, but we are thinking about using Canonical UU to install the charmed OpenStack. So yeah, this is not in our idea.
Okay.
But also a vanilla, so we will not have any proprietary.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Okay, cool to know you are using Charmed OpenStack from Canonical. We are not aware, and that demonstrates clearly how our product can be powerful as we are very close to the vanilla project. I heard you have some question. I was about to say struggling, but let's say some question around DPDK and SRIOV. I don't know if it is only about the Kubernetes part of the stack, or if it is also about the OpenStack. But feel free to reach us to speak about all of this.
It was the Kubernetes part, so we need the Kubernetes to support that, because we know for the VNF, for virtual machines, we know how we can do it and the process, but it's for the Kubernetes version, so to incorporate it directly.
Okay. We do support SRIOV on top of bare metal workload clusters, but we do not support it on OpenStack virtualized workload cluster today.
Okay. I guess something also to see if we can help on that topic.
Okay, good. So if we initiate the line with working group, we can involve you to help test that.
To work on this, is it? I'm struggling to understand how it works really. Is it with work group 1? We will define which feature, which building blocks, and then you do the test as you need it, or is it with you to find some solution to fill the gap?
Okay, the test. So the validation team is not testing the platform. It's testing that the network functions can deploy on the platform. So we validate the network functions really, not the platform. So we validate with the features that exist in the platform. And we have identified what one of the features that we need is deploying or configuring SRIOV for the CAS part of the platform in order to deploy network functions, CNFs that require SRIOV. But we will not be able to validate any CNF that requires that deployed on top of OpenStack flavor of Sylva until we have that. Of course, we can configure SRIOV on the BIM, but we need it on the CAS.
Okay, pretty clear. Thank you. Thank you, Luis.
Additional question or comments to Luis? No. Okay, so we're going to work group 3. It will be quick. There's no update this week. Concerning work group 4, there was a meeting on last Monday and one on today. So don't know if a participant from the work group can give a quick update. I don't know who attends today on the meeting. No participant around the bridge. Okay, so on my side with Uni, we attended on the meeting on last Monday. So we spoke about Kepler onboarding, which is in progress in local labs. And when the initial test will be okay, we will propose to onboard this solution to the validation center to monitor also the energy part. So we'll work with Luis and the different platform to if we can integrate this solution. I don't know, Uni, if you have any additional comments on this.
Yes, no much to add. That is true. Indeed, we have both in radio and core labs this Kepler onboarding in progress. So we should have some experiences to share pretty soon on this. Yes.
And on Orange side, we are also working on having global monitoring per server because Kepler is focusing on the energy consumption per CNF. And so we want to contribute also actively on having global modelization. So it was the message from Yvan Meriot from Orange who participated to this working group. Additional point about this work group 4? No. We are dealing now with work group 5 with communication and adoption, and André is with us.
Hello. So in terms of milestones, we did today a presentation in the Cloud and 5G Core, making participation in the panel. We spoke about Sylva and the importance of projects like Sylva in the cloud governance and cloud leaders. We are going to have a POC using Sylva for MPN until the end of this year. We also this confirmation. And our LinkedIn Sylva page is already live and dynamic. So on the next part, we are going to do the fine tune, and I of course invite everyone to go to the link and follow our page on LinkedIn. We are already making a lot of likes in some posts, but we still need to do the fine tune and put more publications there. So if you didn't do until now, you can now to follow the page. In terms of events, also we are going to be, and it will be Guillaume to talk on Network X in Paris, and Guillaume help me out. It's going to be on the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. Your talk.
The 26th.
26. 26. Okay. It's going to be on the 26th. That Guillaume will talk, and we'll talk, of course, about our project Sylva and the fragmentation of the cloud. That is, we already saw the presentation. It's really good story, Guillaume, about that. So that's it in terms of summary. We continue, of course, to do the part of the communication and adoption. We hope at the end of this year to have a POC with an implementation to increase the adoption of this project.
Okay. And on additional comment, we've got the call for paper for the KubeCon, which ended in last of November. So don't hesitate to push some ideas. If you want to speak about Sylva, André and the communication team will be glad if we can help you. If we have too many presentations, if we can prioritize or if we can address different kinds of sub-events. I mentioned sub-events. There's the Telco Days, which is a co-event organized on the KubeCon. We are waiting for the confirmation of this Telco Day. So Dutch Telecom and Orange are the co-chair of this Telco Day. So we will have news as soon as possible. And the last one is because this year we've got a KubeCon in Paris, so I will propose, and I hope I can work also this with Naomi and with the Linux Foundation Europe to host a Sylva Day in Orange office or in the KubeCon office, but in Paris. So we can gather the community developers and also maybe the validation stream. So some ideas there to structure. But if you have any ideas on this, also don't hesitate to share your ideas to André, to Giuseppe, to the work group leaders or I. You are very welcome on this. Any question to André? No? Okay. André accepted me as a member of the adoption work group, so no, I need to work a little bit for him.
Thank you for the support until now.
Concerning the governance and evolution, this work group was dedicated to launch the directed fund project. So now the directed fund project has been launched. So we proposed, so it's a proposal, and I will ask to a vote for the members. If we agree to dedicate this work group now to have synchronization information with the directed fund. So by the way, the directed fund will have some decision about the investment, and so I think it's valuable that the TSC will be informed at least. And the other things we can manage is also about the governance of the TSC. We can have, I propose to have a dedicated section just after the general news. If we have any governance issue, we can address. So based on our technical charter or for example, election of co-chairs and so on. So we can address that kind of topic, group designation, co-chair voting, and so on. So we can address this topic, I propose, just after the general news. So this is my proposal, and so we can have a quick vote on this point, or maybe a first roundtable on the voting members of the board. So if you have any comments, and then we can have a vote. But first, do you have any clarification on this proposal? Clarification are not limited to the voting members. The proposal is here to change the scope of the work group 6, and the second one is to introduce a governance section in the general news. Okay, so on Telecom Italia, Giuseppe?
Yes, the proposal is okay for us.
Okay. On Orange side, so I'm the voting member, so I'm okay with the proposal. Dutch Telecom, I think we have no participants today. Telefonica?
Yes, we agree with the proposal.
Okay. Vodafone? Nicoletta, are you here? No. Ericsson, Norbert?
Yes, it's okay.
Uni on Nokia?
Yes, it is okay.
Okay. So thanks for this feedback. We are closing this work group 6 review. Do you have any other topic we have not addressed before? Question, remark, additional proposal? Lots of good ideas today. Many thanks for this collaboration, but do you have anything else to add? No? Okay. So thank you also, Médéric, for the quick demo. I think it's always an opportunity if we can have a 5-minute demo to measure the progress of the technical activities, because this is why we are together. Hello. See you soon, and next time Giuseppe will animate, and I will be at NetworkX.
Okay,
Bye.
good luck. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Guillaume, are you still there?